This video will walk you through the setup required to take full control of your Apple devices, along with the best practices to follow. Once you've selected the MDM platform you want to use, your next step is to request that the provider create your management portal. If you haven't chosen an MDM yet, send us a message or follow us because that will be one of the topics we will be addressing soon. Most providers will guide you through the initial setup, but there is one common mistake to avoid. Many will ask you to use an Apple account to set up the Apple certificate. That is risky because the same Apple account will be needed every year when the certificate must be renewed. If the person who created the certificate leaves the company or no longer has access, you may have to re-enroll all your devices. In this guide, I will show you a better approach that supports growth and avoids tying this setup to one individual. In this demo, I will use IBM MaaS360 because a colleague mentioned that its navigation can be a little challenging for people who are new to MDM. The exact location of these settings may differ in other MDM platforms, but the overall process is the same. First, you download a file from your MDM platform. Next, you upload that file to Apple's Push Certificates portal. Apple then creates a certificate file for you to download and upload back into your MDM platform. This process creates a secure connection between your Apple devices and your MDM server, so the server can send management instructions to those devices. I will start by signing in to MaaS360. I always recommend using a password manager to store a strong, unique password for every platform you use. If possible, store your authentication method there as well. It makes access easier and more secure. I do not like saving passwords in my browser, so I will skip that option and copy the password from my password manager instead. Then I will enter my authentication code and click Verify.
Now we will connect the MDM platform to Apple's service. In MaaS360, click Setup, then open Mobile Device Management to see the available options. In this example, the Apple and Windows sections show a caution icon, which means they have not been configured yet. MaaS360 also provides a step-by-step guide for creating or renewing the APN certificate. APNs stands for Apple Push Notification Service. I recommend reviewing vendor instructions before you begin so you can catch any updates and follow current best practices.
When you reach Apple's portal, use a company-managed Apple account, not a personal one. A shared company account, shared mailbox, or another centrally managed option is better because it remains available even when staff changes. This is important because the APNs certificate must be renewed every year, and Apple requires the same Apple account for renewal. Back in MaaS360, generate and download the CSR file. Then go to Apple's Push Certificates portal. Sign in, create the certificate, accept the terms, and upload the CSR file you downloaded from MaaS360. Make sure you choose the correct file by checking the file name and download time. Apple also provides a notes field. I strongly recommend using it to record clear details about what the certificate is for, such as the company name and the MDM platform. That makes future renewal much easier for anyone who manages the system later. After you select the file, complete the notes section and click Upload. Apple will take you to a new page that shows the certificate details and gives you the option to download the certificate file for your MDM platform. Download the certificate from Apple's portal, then return to MaaS360 and upload that file where prompted. At the next stage, you will be asked to create a password. This is not your Apple ID password. It is a local password used to protect the certificate file in MaaS360. Review the password requirements, use your password manager to create a strong password, and save it securely. After you enter the password, click Upload Certificate. MaaS360 will show the status of the setup. If everything is successful, click Continue to return to the setup page. Open Mobile Device Management again, and the caution icon beside Apple should now appear as a checkmark. You can then open the APNs certificate section to review the setup details. One important point to remember: I have seen cases where the associated Apple ID shown in the MDM platform did not match the Apple account that was actually used. We still do not know why that happened, but we confirmed it was wrong when Apple's portal said the listed Apple ID did not exist. That is why I strongly recommend adding clear notes during setup and storing the account details in a shared password manager that your company's IT administrators can access. With this step complete, your MDM platform can now communicate securely with Apple devices and send management instructions to devices enrolled in the system.